Hey y'all. Alright, we are going to do like a pork chop and scallop potato casserole type dish, okay? This is just something that I have thought up using some of the things that I have. I know that we did a pork chop and like sliced potato and green bean recipe here back a while back, or a little ways back. Anyway, this is totally different. It's going to have totally different flavors to it. I am going to use the rest of my Boursin cheese. I think it will be really good in the potatoes and the pork chops. So it's just trial and error tonight, and that's just what I do. So I have my pork chops here. I have seasoned them up. I moved my skillet off of the burner over here. It's starting to get hot. I have my PJs on tonight, so y'all don't pay no attention to me. In my skillet here, I just have a little bit of oil, and I was going to get some butter out of the fridge, and I happened to see this garlic spread that I like to get. I always get this. You can get this in the deli section where they have all the breads, the in-house breads, loaves and stuff that they make. You can find this garlic spread in there, and I love it. And I thought, well, instead of just adding regular butter, I'm gonna add some of this in. So that's what I have in my skillet over here. If you see all those herbs and stuff in there. And then my pork chops here, y'all, I just seasoned these up. Let's see here. This is getting, I don't want that garlic to burn, so that's why I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and place these in there to start searing up. Okay, it's not too hot. It just sounded like it was, but I wanted to make sure. Alright, so what we'll do, I have 8 here. We'll do 4 at a time. And, yeah. Let me get my little thing over here, and I will tell you about what seasoning I use. So I just did some black pepper and some smoked paprika, and then I did my Kinder's The Blend. You know, this is my latest one that I bought, and I love it. I've been using it on everything. So this is just a salt, pepper, and garlic. It's called The Blend. But you can use any kind of seasoning you want. If you don't have this, don't worry about it. You just any kind of salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, all-purpose season, anything you have will work, okay? So that's what I seasoned my pork chops with. They are the boneless ones, like that y'all know that I tell y'all about all the time, that I like to get. That they, you know, they call them like like the ribeye pork chops, or pork chops. I don't know exactly what they're called, but anyway, they are very, very tender and very good. But now you can use a bone-in pork chop. Use any kind of pork chop in this recipe that you want to, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to sear these up, and then we're going to get our potatoes and our little sauce mixture made up, and then we're going to put this in our casserole dish and pop it in the oven, y'all. And I think this is going to be great. Like I said, this is my first time making it exactly like this, and that's what I love. I love putting together a new recipe, and doing it with y'all just makes it that much more fun. It really does. Alright, so let's see here. Let's take these. Alright, I'm just going to let these hang out for a bit, y'all, and just sear up. Remember, we're not going to try to get them done. We're just going to sear them up, and then I'll come back and we will get on with our next step. Okay, y'all. I have our pork chops all seared up here. And then in our skillet here, I am going to toss in about 2 good tablespoons of butter. And I know that's quite a bit, but that's going to go with our sauce mixture. Okay, so we're going to toss that in, let that melt down a little bit. And y'all, I want you to know about after I was searing those up for a few minutes, I thought, okay, I need to tie my apron at least around my waist because this is frying. You know how that stuff goes everywhere. Well, I want you to look. It ended up even coming all the way up here, so I'm gonna have to get my Dawn out. This is my favorite little PJ outfit. I know better, I'm telling you. That's why I just wear the oldest and raggy clothes while I'm in here cooking, because I cannot cook without getting it all over me. But I'm hoping my Dawn will get that out. I'm going to try it anyway, but I can't worry about it right now. It's already done. So anyway, y'all, I am going to, y'all can't even see me. I am going to melt this butter down, and I have some onions here that I am going to toss in. I'm going to go ahead and put them in there, okay? This is probably about half of a good size onion. Okay, put that in. Toss it around, let it get to cooking really good. And once it starts sauteing up really good and kind of softening up, then I'm going to throw in our garlic. I have, I don't know, this is maybe about 5 cloves of fresh garlic here that I'm going to toss in, but you can use whatever kind of garlic you want. Anyway, I'll be back, y'all. Alright, y'all. So once your onions start to soften up and caramelize just like this, now we are going to put in our chopped up garlic, okay? Like I said, now you can use your refrigerator garlic for this, or whatever kind you want. If I have fresh, or it's not even so much as if I have it, it's more about if I feel like chopping it up. I feel like chopping it up today, I guess, so I chopped some up. So we're just going to let that cook around for just a second. And we're going to start thickening it up, putting our liquid in, and get our sauce made for our scalloped potatoes. Like I said, y'all, this is something totally new and different, just that I kind of sat here and thought up, and we will see how it goes. I'll be back in a second. Alright, y'all, so I have let our garlic cook down just a little bit, just a couple of minutes, and now we are going to add in some flour. I'm thinking maybe about 2 tablespoons. Y'all know I don't normally like to add that much flour, but I'm thinking with the amount of liquid I'm going to do with this, I think we're going to need it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. 2 tablespoons of flour. And if I regret it, then I'll just add more liquid. Okay, so we're just going to mix that around. Alright, I'm going to turn it back up now. Let this get going. Just let it cook out that flour taste a little bit. And we may even end up needing more. Who knows? If we do, we can do a cornstarch slurry or whatever we need to do to thicken it up. Now also, I feel like in recipes like this, a lot of people may do like a cream of chicken, cream of mushroom. If you want to do that, you certainly can. Y'all know I'm not crazy about those. But you could certainly do that maybe instead of your flour. Or do a little bit of flour and do that. It's all up to you. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Now I have here 2 cups of chicken broth that I made up. And we're going to start slowly adding this in, okay? And then we'll see how thick this is going to be. Okay. There we go. It's pretty thick right now. Crank it on up. That has cooled it down just a bit, but you can see how it has definitely gotten thick. Okay. Go ahead and add some more. My plan is to add this whole 2 cups. So, and then we're going to do some heavy cream also. But I think this is going to make some delicious potatoes and pork chops. Okay, I'm just going to let this simmer for just a few minutes. Kind of see how the thickness is, and like I said, we're going to do some heavy cream. We're going to add some seasonings in, and then we will be on our way. Okay, let's go ahead and start adding in some of our other stuff. I'm just going to do some black pepper, no salt, because we have all this other salty stuff going in, so no salt. But I do like quite a bit of black pepper. Okay. Oh, shoot. Ooh, that was loud. That scared me. That scared y'all? I was going to say, I bet it scared Belle, but she didn't even look up over here. Okay, so we've got our black pepper, and then now I am going to do a package of the onion soup mix. Okay, this is just the regular onion soup mix. I'm going to do a whole package of that. Let me turn that down now a bit. Mix that around. What you doing, Belle? Mama hears you over there. Mama hears you over there. Yes, she does. Okay, now we're going to do, I'm thinking about a cup of heavy cream. Now you can do milk or half and half, whatever you have. I'm going to do about 1 cup. Okay. Y'all know I like to kind of do this and get all of it out. I'm going to run just a little bit of water in this. Let's see. That was about 1/4 of a cup. I just think that we could use it anyway. I think we're going to need the liquid. Y'all. So it's good. Smells good too. Okay. Alright, let me get this put away. And now, what did I do with mine? Okay, I am going to put in my half a package of Boursin cheese that I had left from where I did our little lasagna roll-ups. Okay. I'm going to toss that in. Now this may not be fit to eat. I don't know. This is just something I've come up with in my mind. I will definitely be honest with y'all and let you know. So we're going to let that melt down. Okay. right, y'all. Let me let this I'm just gonna let this cheese melt down. I don't think there's really anything else. Oh yeah, I am gonna put some regular cheese in here, but that will be at the last minute. But I'm gonna let this melt down, y'all, and I will come back. Okay, y'all. I have just some shredded up cheese here. This is just a mixture of mozzarella, Colby Jack, sharp cheddar, just a little bit of everything. I'm putting this in there just mainly for the potatoes. I'm a little bit undecided about it, but I'm going to go ahead and throw some cheese in just because I feel like it will really be good on the potatoes, okay? And then I think it will go well with the pork chops also. So I am just going to do, I don't know, maybe a half a cup or so, y'all. And I feel like we're probably going to need more liquid. So I have just some water here. I don't think I need to add any more kind of seasoned liquid to this because I feel like it's probably already loaded with like salt and flavor and everything. So I have just some water, and I think I'm going to add just a little bit in, maybe 1/4 of a cup. Yeah, maybe just 1/4 of a cup, because we've got to put our potatoes in here, and then we're going to poke our pork chops down in there and cook all of this. So let me go ahead and get our potatoes. All right, so here I just have, these are just some russet potatoes that y'all know I normally like to do the Yukon Gold, but these were on sale the other day and I bought them, and I just sliced them up really thin like this. Some of them that were bigger I sliced in half, but as you can see here, they're sliced up really, really thin, just so that, you know, like you would have like a scallop potato. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in. I think I did about 6 potatoes. I mean, like, they really add up quicker than you think that they will. So I've got those. Okay, that's pretty good. And so then whenever I put it in there, I'm going to poke the pork chops down in there. So we may have enough liquid. I think that's probably pretty good. I think that 1/4 of a cup of liquid helped out, and I think we're going to be just fine. I did a little bit of cheese. I might go ahead and do a little bit more now. Just a little bit more. I think the flavor is going to be amazing with that onion soup mix and the Boursin cheese, because they're both so good and so flavorful. Okay. All right, now let me back y'all up, and I'm going to put this together in our casserole dish here, y'all. Let's see. Let me back you up a little bit more. I'm going to spray it a little bit. I think we're going to have us a delicious pork chop and potato dish here. Okay. Oh man, this thing's heavy. Okay. Just pour that in there like that. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. Okay. And then we're just going to spread those potatoes out. Yeah, I don't think we could have held much more liquid. I hope I didn't end up putting too much in there to where it's not gonna, overflow. But then we're gonna just take our pork chops and just poke them down in there like that. Just poke them down in there. I'd fit one more in here. I mean, just poke it down in there, even if it's under the potatoes or wherever it goes. That will be just perfectly fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let me set this here, and then that liquid from our pork chops, we're gonna go ahead and pour that in too. And all that seasoning, mix that around. Okay. All right, y'all, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to cover this, and I'm going to cook this on 375 for probably about 1 hour or 45 minutes. I'm not 100% sure. I will let you know whenever I come back, and then of course I will uncover it and cook it for just a little bit after that. But I'll let you know for sure all of the cooking times. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Hey y'all, our pork chops and potatoes are done. I have had them sitting here cooling, obviously, so I'm picking up this pan. But let me tell you what I did. I cooked these covered for 1 hour on 375, and then I took the full off and cooked them for maybe about 10 minutes uncovered. Then I turned it on broil for about 5 minutes. Y'all know how I always do that. Anyway, that gives it that good color on top. These look great. The only thing, and I've not even tasted this yet, the only thing that I want to recommend, y'all remember this was a little trial and run with me with putting this together. It looks great. I'm very happy with it by the way it looks so far, but remember whenever I added that little bit of extra water there at the end, I think you could leave that out. So I'm going to recommend just leave that out because I felt like I had a little bit too much liquid, and so I spooned some of it out whenever I took the full off because I felt like it was just too much. Okay, so leave that little bit of liquid out, okay? All right, we're going to plate us up some. I've got me some steamed broccoli back here to go with it. And we're going to plate this up, y'all. Let's see. These potatoes they're really soft and done. It feels like. I mean, like they're just like falling apart. I haven't even wanted to mix it or anything because I didn't want to tear them up. But you can tell that they are very soft and good, just like we would want them. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then my broccoli. This was just some frozen broccoli, and then I laid me a couple slices of cheese just over the top and sprinkled on some black pepper. And whenever I I steamed it first and then I drained it. But whenever I steamed it, I added in a little bit of garlic and some salt and some butter. And then I drained that off. And then the only thing I have added to it since after I drained it was just the cheese and some black pepper. Because I feel like the salt and the garlic and everything is still kind of, that flavor is still kind of in there. So we'll see. It may not be. But if it's not, we can add some. Alright, hang on a second. I even got me a fork over here, y'all. Okay. Go ahead and get me a paper towel. I think this is going to be another winner. These pork chops and potatoes look so good. They smell good. Look at them, y'all. They look really, really good. Let's see. I've had them sitting out here for a second, but they're still just steaming hot. I knew I had to wait a while because after you get something out of the oven, whenever it's been on broil, you know it is just so hot. Mm. That's the potatoes. Oh my gosh, they are so, so good. Mm. That combination makes the best flavor. What'd we do? I had to think about it for a second. So we did onion soup mix. We did chicken, chicken broth, heavy cream, onion soup mix, the Boursin cheese, some regular cheese, some salt, some pepper. Let me think. Did we do anything else? I don't think we did. I think that was basic. And then, of course, we seasoned up our pork chops whenever we did some butter. Those potatoes are outstanding. You could just make those potatoes by themselves. I'll have to go back and watch the video myself just to see what all I added. Y'all know how I do. Alright, let's try this pork chop. So good and so tender. Y'all see here, I'm just pulling it apart with my fork. I mean, delicious. These are delicious. This little whole meal here is delicious. I love it. And just something I tossed together because I had the ingredients that I needed to use. So that's what makes it even that much better. Excuse me. Delicious. Alright. Here's our broccoli. Like I said, y'all, I just, I steamed it, seasoned it a little bit, like seasoned the water. And then, I just laid some cheese over it and sprinkled it with some pepper. And that was it. This is delicious too. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here, but y'all, these pork chops and potatoes are delicious. This is an easy throw together meal. It is inexpensive. Not many ingredients. I want you to try it. I think your family will love it. Your kids will love it. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.